So you're a founder and things are starting to look good. The question is, do you want to be rich or do you want to have control and be queen of your organization? This is called the founder's dilemma. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how this dilemma is actually really not a dilemma, because I'm sure you want both. Let's take a closer look. So what is this founder's dilemma about? Well, in the 1990s, between 1990 and 2000, Noam Wasserman, a professor at Harvard Business School, did some research on over 200 startups. And what he found was that entrepreneurs often had to face this challenge where they wanted to keep control over their organization or raise money and dilute their control over an organization. And so we're going to take a closer look at this particular set of research. Now, on the face of it, this research makes sense. You've seen it so many times that an entrepreneur, that's the idea person, comes up with the venture but needs resources to jumpstart the organization and achieve the growth that the organization calls for. And of course, in doing so, has to give up control to investors so that they can achieve the results that they want. A key aspect of giving up this control is tapping into the professional networks, the connections, the experience that other people have. And I've seen this with students in my classroom that are looking to get folks that have work experience on their team, and so they end up having to give up a lot of control. So in seeking out this support as you're growing your business, you turn to a venture capital firm and you give up that control as you take some money, because it dilutes your share and you end up having to give a board seat. In fact, Wasserman's research shows that 4 out of 5 entrepreneurs are no longer the founder of their company after they take venture capital money. So if you sign a deal with a VC, make sure you're ready to sit back and watch the ride. So back to the dilemma. Wasserman puts forward this idea as either you have to be rich or king. And in my classroom, I try to shift away from this word king. We already have enough examples of men in entrepreneurship roles, and so instead I like to talk about it as choosing to be queen or ace. I digress. So following this idea forward, you have to choose between rich or being an ace or queen. If you choose rich, you bring in an infusion of cash, but not only that, you bring in the expertise of an investor or other partners that are going to join you on that journey. I don't actually view this as a negative approach because I see it as effectual co-creation. You're trying to collaborate with other people to actually achieve that goal, bring more people along on that ride with you. Now, on the other hand, if you choose king or queen or ace, whatever we want to call it, you have to ask yourself, why is it that you need to have control over this organization? We know that entrepreneurs often face a narcissistic problem of trying to control their baby. Is there an important reason for you to control the outcomes of that organization? Maybe there is. Maybe there's a social mission. Maybe it ties to your personal goals and your purpose, and that's why you need to run the organization. But otherwise, you may want to ask yourself, why is it that I'm holding on to the reins so tight? Okay, so I said the dilemma's false. Why? Well, first of all, Wasserman acknowledges it in his own paper. He says that many people that pursue entrepreneurship are actually trying to lead and grow an organization, and they're looking beyond just wealth. So if you're trying to understand what matters more, rich or power, let's turn to another set of research to understand further what's motivating entrepreneurs. So let's turn to the great research of Melissa Cardin. She studies the psychology of entrepreneurs and how they found, persist, or succeed or fail as they're pursuing their ventures. One of the great papers that she produced with a number of colleagues is called Passion for What, where she looked at the passions that are driving and motivating entrepreneurs with their ventures that go beyond money and power. In this paper, she outlines 6 common reasons entrepreneurs pursue their ventures. Maybe some of them actually resonate with you more than being rich or having control. Let's take a look. The top one is growth. They're excited to create an organization that's going to skyrocket and transform in society. The second is people. They want to be a part of an organization, building that organization, hiring people, engaging with people, and being the leader of that organization. The third is product or service. They're excited about leading and creating a product. The fourth one is competition. There's a whole set of people that are out there just to win it in whatever competition's out there. They want to be the best. The fifth one is inventing. These are people that love ideas and bringing those ideas to life through invention, through new products, through new services. And lastly, it's about social mission. There's a set of entrepreneurs that are out there to create meaningful impact in our society, in our environment, and maybe that's what's driving you, not money or control. So let's forget about this dichotomy of whether we want to be rich or whether we want to have control. And instead ask ourselves, what is it that we're passionate about that's driving us and making us wake up every single day to be a founder and to be an entrepreneur? If it's growth, you actually don't need to be the founder of an organization. You could join as an employee number 4 or 5 or 10 at any given startup and be a part of that growth. If you're interested in invention, you also don't need to be the entrepreneur. You could consider instead joining an innovation studio within an organization to help launch new products and engage entrepreneurially. The point is, entrepreneurship is a big tent. So we don't need to have these false dichotomies that are narrowing our focus in entrepreneurship as we're either seeking money or power. And instead, look at it more broadly and holistically about the ways that we're engaging and passionate about being a founder. So the next time someone asks you, hey, are you trying to be rich or are you trying to have control? Think deeply and tap into your purpose and talk about what's motivating you. And if it is about control or money, that's fine. But most likely than not, you're seeking out something else and you're passionate about something else. And it's okay to share that in that moment too.